Hello everybody! How are you doing today? It's time for us to learn Japanese. Let's enjoy and learn Japanese together with me. It's time for learning Japanese together with me. Today's class is number 27. Today's main topic is let's ask which one is the best in Japanese. First of all, let's check the video spoken in Japanese with Japanese and English subtitles and try to understand the outline of their spoken Japanese. After that, I will explain each and every Japanese word and expressions in English for you. So let's try to understand details meaning of Japanese word and phrases. After that, let's watch it again without subtitles. So let's try to understand spoken Japanese only listening Japanese without English subtitles. And then finally, let's try to speak in Japanese. The simplest and best way to improve our speaking ability is practice speaking. So let's practice speaking in Japanese together with me. If you think that my channels and videos is good for you to improve your Japanese skills, please subscribe my channels and please check other videos already uploaded on my channels. And if you have a friend who is learning Japanese as well, please share my channels with your friend as well. Are you ready for today's lesson? Let's just get started. First, we will check Japanese conversation on the left side video clip and try to understand the outline of the conversation in Japanese. With subtitles on the right side, we have Japanese and English subtitles. So let's try to understand the spoken Japanese with subtitles to understand the outline of the Japanese conversation. Let's try it.
ご注文は？タムさん、何にする？
どれが一番美味しいですか？
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。
味噌ラーメン。
日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
私、味噌ラーメンにします。
How was it? Could you understand the Japanese conversation? Let's check once again.
ご注文は？タムさん、何にする？
どれが一番美味しいですか？
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。
味噌ラーメン。
日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
私、味噌ラーメンにします。
How was it? Could you understand the Japanese conversation and understand the outline of the spoken Japanese? If you couldn't understand at this moment, don't worry about it. I will explain each Japanese word and phrases in English for you. So, now let's check one by one Japanese sentence by one Japanese sentence. First, the guy said, ご注文は means, what's your order? What do you take? ご注文は So this Japanese phrase, when we get into restaurant or like that in Japan, you will hear this Japanese sentence. ご注文は means, what's your order? Okay? ご注文は Then, one guy said in Japanese, タムさん、何にする? タムさん means her name. This lady's name. 何にする means, what do you take? 何 means what? 何にする What do you take? タムさん What do you take in Japanese? タムさん何にする means what are you going to take? What are you going to eat? He asked. Then Tamu-san said in Japanese, this is today's main sentence. She asked, どれが一番美味しいですか? means which one is the most delicious? She asked. どれが means which one. 一番おいしい means the most delicious. And the ka. In Japanese question sentence, we see often this ka at the end of the sentence, and the tone of spoken Japanese is go up at the end. So, どれが一番おいしいですか means which one is the most delicious? She asked. Then the guy replied in Japanese by saying, 味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ means I recommend miso ramen. おすすめ means recommend. Miso ramen is a miso taste Japanese noodle. So he said in English, I recommend miso ramen. Okay? Miso ramen is miso ramen, miso taste Japanese noodle. Then one guy said, 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。美味しい means delicious. 日本の means Japanese. 日本のラーメン is Japanese ramen. It's delicious means 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。This Tamu-san is remembering something, and in her mind, one guy said, 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ means Japanese ramen is delicious. And he also said in Japanese, 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。僕 means I. So we Japanese have some ways to say I. So one of them is 僕. 僕 is used by men, guy. And the younger generation said 僕. Young person said 僕. 僕は means I. 味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。好き means like. So I like 味噌ラーメン means 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。Then she decided to take 味噌ラーメン and said in Japanese, 私味噌ラーメンにします means I'll have 味噌ラーメン she said. 私 means I. 味噌ラーメン again. 味噌 taste Japanese noodle. します means in this case I'll have 味噌ラーメン So I'll have 味噌ラーメン私味噌ラーメンにします How was it? Could you understand each Japanese word? So let's quickly review all Japanese word. ご注文は means what's your order? Then タムさん何にする何 means what? So タムさんWhat do you take? means 何にする Then どれが一番美味しいですかどれ means which one? 一番美味しい means the most delicious. So which one is the most delicious? means どれが一番美味しいですか Then guy replied, 味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。おすすめ means recommend. So I recommend 味噌ラーメン。味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。And 味噌ラーメン again. 味噌ラーメン is 味噌ラーメン。Then 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。日本の means Japanese. ラーメン is ラーメン。美味しい again. Delicious. So Japanese ramen is delicious. In Japanese, 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。Then 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。僕 means I. 好き means like. Then 味噌ラーメン means 味噌ラーメン。So I like 味噌ラーメン means 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。Then she said 私味噌ラーメンにします。means I'll have 味噌ラーメン。私 means I. します in this case take or have. So I'll have 味噌ラーメン。Okay? I hope you understand each of every Japanese word. So now let's move to the next lesson. Next lesson is let's watch it again without English subtitles on the right. So I'm gonna hide subtitles like this, and we will check the Japanese conversation again, but only Japanese subtitles on the below. Let's try to understand the spoken Japanese, only listening Japanese this time. Let's try it.
ご注文は？タムさん、何にする？
どれが一番美味しいですか？
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。
味噌ラーメン。
日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
私、味噌ラーメンにします。
How was it? Could you understand the spoken Japanese? Only listening Japanese? So let's check it again.
ご注文は？タムさん、何にする？
どれが一番美味しいですか？
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。
味噌ラーメン。
日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
私、味噌ラーメンにします。
How was it? Could you understand the spoken Japanese? So let's move to the next lesson. Next lesson is practice speaking in Japanese together. The simplest and the best way to improve spoken ability is practice. So let's try to speak in Japanese together. So we will check first the Japanese conversation, each sentence by each sentence. Then after that, we will repeat that Japanese sentence in spoken Japanese, by spoken Japanese, okay? So let's try to speak Japanese.
ご注文は？
Okay, now let's try to speak in Japanese for this sentence. ご注文は means what's your order? ご注文は Now it's your turn. Please practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. ご注文はご注文は Have you said in Japanese? Now let's move to the next.
タムさん、何にする？
Let's practice for speaking Japanese for this sentence. タムさん、何にする？タムさん is her name. 何にする means what do you take? What do you order? 何にする？タムさん、何にする？ Now it's your turn. Please practice speaking in Japanese. タムさん、何にする？ Have you said it in Japanese? タムさん、何にする？ Now let's move to the next Japanese sentence.
どれが一番美味しいですか？
Okay, let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. どれが一番美味しいですか？ means which one is the most delicious? She asked. どれが means which one? 一番美味しい the most delicious. And ですか At the end, we see this letter か at the end. That means this is question sentences. どれが一番美味しいですか Which one is the most delicious? She asked. Now let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. どれが一番美味しいですか Now it's your turn. Have you said in Japanese? This is very useful Japanese sentences when we go into the restaurant in Japan. We need to use this phrase. Which one is the most delicious? どれが一番美味しいですかどれが一番美味しいですか Have you practiced speaking Japanese for this sentence? どれが一番美味しいですか Have you said in Japanese? Now let's move to the next.
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。Now let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. 味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ means I recommend you 味噌 noodle, 味噌ラーメン。ラーメン、味噌ラーメン。味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。Now it's your turn. Let's practice speaking in Japanese. 味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。 Have you said it in Japanese? Now let's move to the next sentence.
味噌ラーメン
Miso ramen. Now it's your turn. Miso ramen. She is remembering something while saying miso ramen.
日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。
Now let's practice for this sentence by speaking Japanese. 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ means Japanese ramen is delicious. 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ. Now it's your turn. Let's practice speaking in Japanese. 日本のラーメンは美味しいよ. Have you said in Japanese? Have you practiced? Now let's move to the next.
僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
Okay. 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ means I like miso ramen. 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ. Let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ. Now it's your turn. Let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. 僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ. Have you said it in Japanese? Now let's move to the next.
私味噌ラーメンにします
Okay. Now let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. 私味噌ラーメンにします. 私 means I. 味噌ラーメンにします. In this case, I'll take 味噌ラーメン. I order 味噌ラーメン. Okay? 私味噌ラーメンにします. Now let's practice in Japanese. Let's practice speaking in Japanese for this sentence. 私味噌ラーメンにします. 私味噌ラーメンにします. It's your turn. Practice time for you. Speaking in Japanese. 私味噌ラーメンにします. Have you said it in Japanese? Okay. So let's check the Japanese conversation again. And let's try to speak together simultaneously with them. Let's practice speaking in Japanese.
ご注文は
ご注文は
タムさん何にする？
何にする？
どれが一番美味しい
どれ
ですか
が一番美味しいですか？
味噌ラーメンがおすすめだよ。
味噌ラーメン。
味噌ラーメン
味噌ラーメン。
日本のラーメンは美味しいよ。
ラーメンは美味しいよ。
僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
僕は味噌ラーメンが好きなんだ。
私味噌ラーメンにします
味噌ラーメンにします。Have you practiced speaking in Japanese? That's all for today's Japanese lesson with me with NHK learning materials. How was it? Could you learn a lot of Japanese, new Japanese vocabularies and expressions? If you think that my channels and videos is good, thank you for watching till the end. If you like it, please subscribe my channels. Have a good day, stay safe, goodbye.